Yo! What's up, everybody? It's Superfly Fat Guy 859 coming at you again. I'm coming at you with a quick video on, well, it might not be quick, but on a 90-degree edge on, the spine of your knife. And even though you might think there might be a very good 90-degree edge on your spine, if it's not throwing amazing sparks, it's probably your striker. And let me show you what I mean by that. Here I have this, it's a, oh man, I don't remember the name, Aurora fire starter. That's what it is. It's called an Aurora fire starter. It's an enclosed dealy-hoo here. And it's got this, like knurling on the outside of it. It's steel or aluminum, I don't know. It's pretty light to be steel, so I guess it's aluminum. But it's got this knurling on it. It comes with the striker on the end here, and then it's got a rubber seal there, for waterproofing. So you unscrew this and you have your ferro rod in here, and then you use your striker to obviously throw sparks. But I used the striker in one of the videos that I did where I made the first ferro rod fire that I made. It wasn't the first time I had messed with a ferro rod, and it obviously wasn't the first fire that I ever made, but it was the first fire that I ever made with a ferro rod. So just to clear that up. But anyway, this striker, it throws okay, but it's it's not that great, and it's really hard to work when you're up on a fire. It's just really because there's no room here. I mean, it's a 1/4 of an inch, if that, on the striker, and there's just no room. And then, when you're drawing back, it's really hard to work, okay? So today, I was out the camp, and I was just, I was schooling Dad on some stuff, and I had my paramilitary 2 with me. And as you can see, if you can see the back of it here, yeah, I've used it to strike this, right? So, let's see. Wow, it's not even working. There we go. So it's throwing little sparks, right? But not that great. And honestly, the back of this spine feels like it's a very, very good 90-degree edge. It's very sharp feeling. So, yeah, it's not throwing very good sparks at all. And I was like, well, hell, maybe this thing is just a piece of junk, right? Maybe this ferro rod is just a piece of junk. But then I was like, wait a minute. I remember when I made that video on making a fire, I had my GI Customs backpacker, and that's what I struck the ferro rod with to make the fire in that video. So I was like, well, let me see what that does. Now watch this. Now you saw what both of those did. Now watch. Look at that. I mean, I'm throwing huge sparks. Huge sparks. And I don't know if you saw that or not, but I mean, they're dancing all over my desk. Okay? That is a huge difference in sparkability. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that even though you think you might have a wonderful 90-degree edge, until you actually use it, you're not going to know, because, like I said, the paramilitary 2, I thought the spine of this thing, I mean, it's scraping across my finger pretty good, and I thought, oh man, that'd be great striker, and it's really not. So, yeah, don't always count that you're, and I'm guilty of this too. I did this in my very first bug out bag video when I had no clue and wasn't sure what was going on. It's probably not your ferro rod. It's more than likely your striker if it's not throwing a lot of sparks, or it's really hard to throw a spark. So definitely invest in a good knife or a good something with a very, very, very sharp edge, almost to the effect of it might cut you. The edge is so sharp, even though it's it's just a 90-degree edge. But so anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. If anybody's interested, there is a website on the end of this cap. I don't know how well it'll come up. Let's see. Will it show up? Will it show up? There we go. soloscientific.com. So there you go. If you're interested in one of these, my buddy Josh really liked the fact that it was self-enclosed and you wouldn't break the ferro rod or anything like that. But it is a pretty small ferro rod, honestly. Anyway, guys, this video is long enough, but I just wanted to do that, just to tell you it's probably your striker before it is your ferro rod. So definitely find something very, very sharp. But please do not use the blade of your knife. Please don't do that. That is far beyond abuse. If you have a big enough sharper, see this little hunch right here? That's called a sharpening ricasso. If you've got a big enough one of those, it could go over top of your ferro rod and you could strike that way. But do not use your blade. That's silliness. Alright guys, take it easy.